Yes, I am a hater when it comes to lace front wigs, and I'm just gonna start the video off with that because I can already feel the comments. You're a hater every time someone tells a truthful perspective on things. Yeah, when it comes to lace front wigs, I am a hater. I can't stand it, and I can't stand everything about it. And the reason why I'm making this video is because online we had discovered that you can actually filter words, and you can basically prevent certain topics from popping up on like your For You page or your timeline and stuff like that. And I had posted that I filtered out the words wig, frontal, and lace fronts, and someone had asked me why. And honestly, I'm like, let me just make a video because my answer is way too complex and layered for me to answer in a comment section. The first reason why I don't like lace front wigs, and I'm just gonna start it off big, I think that it makes Black women look like transgenders. And the reason why I say that is because as women, I don't feel like we need to go so extreme with our femininity. When you're forcing your femininity, there's a masculine element behind it because femininity is natural. You're a woman. You don't need to go so hard to prove that you're a woman. That's what transgenders do. Like, it's kind of like you shoot yourself in the foot, basically, when you go the hyper femininity route. You're doing the exaggerated hair, exaggerated nails, exaggerated eyelashes. It can make you look like a fake woman. And I've heard a lot of men say this, and I'm really starting to see it. When I scroll sometimes on social media, I have to ask myself, I'm like, is this a woman or a man? And it'll just be like a Black woman, and she'll have the really long eyelashes and the lace front, you know, that combo, and the long nails. And I'm like, you sure this isn't a man? Like, that's terrible that it has gotten to that point. You never want, as a woman, someone to look at you and question if you are a real female. And that's just the effect that these lace front wigs have. It looks like we're men trying to be women. That's what it looks like. Because if we're women, why do we have to do all of these extra enhancements to our looks, basically? And keep in mind, I am not on any spectrum. I'm somewhere in the middle. So I'm not the type of woman that'll say, don't ever wear makeup. Like, no. But I like a tasteful balance in between. I don't like extremes. Extremes are never good. And I feel like anyone who is wearing a lace front wig, you are on an extreme when it comes to your looks. Yeah, a lot of you guys are giving, I need to see your baby pictures for verification that you are a biological female. And if we put you next to a transgender, we wouldn't really be able to tell the difference. And I'm just keeping it real. You know, call me what you want. If you feel like I'm hating and you're listening from an emotional point of view, then fine. But in my opinion, I feel like I am that mother figure on YouTube. And I'm going to say what people are thinking about you but are too scared to say, basically. Another thing, I just feel like lace front wigs make Black women look very aggressive and harsh. It's nothing soft about these frontals at all. And immediately you look aggressive, you look argumentative, you look like you can fight. It just has a very rough hood look to it. And then this right here on the screen is actually what it gives in real life, okay? On Instagram, you're able to get away with it a little bit more. You have the filter, whatever, you're good to go. But when you are in person, this is what you look like on dates. And you have to understand that people are petty. Little petty things like this will repel any good man coming your way. This will easily turn off people. This is my perspective as a woman. So can you just imagine how disgusted and confused men are? It was so funny because I heard this white man say that he was on a date with a girl and she had a lace front wig on, but he didn't know. And he just literally thought that she had a scalp disease, because you know how with the lace front wigs, the scalps have those little squares and then they put the makeup on it and it just looks disgusting. He thought it was a scalp disease. I'm going to let that one sink in, because I think that is the perfect explanation as to what that mess on your head looks like. It looks crazy, absolutely crazy in person. And I just cannot believe we have gotten to this point. The whole entire concept of lace front wigs screams self-hate. And I'm going to explain why. You would rather walk around looking like this, because this is what you guys look like in person, okay? You would rather spend hours plucking the hairline to make it look like it's growing out of your scalp rather than just wearing your hair that's growing out of your scalp. You'd rather put makeup on your hair, and you know that it's very obvious that there's makeup on your hair. You would rather look like a fool and a clown rather than wearing your natural hair. Just let that sink in, honestly. And if you ever watch the process of people putting on lace front wigs, it is sickening. They are literally braiding down their real hair. They're gluing a wig cap down to their forehead. Gluing. You're putting glue on your forehead. Like, if you just break it down and analyze each step, I'm not even done. I haven't even gotten into the price range of these wigs. The good ones are going for around easily $500. Some are even paying it per week, per month. And then I'm not even done. They have the hairstylist install it for another $300, $500. The prices these hairstylists are charging are crazy. And this is not me exaggerating at all. Like, this is literally what they cost. And it sounds like I'm exaggerating, and it sounds like it's ridiculous, because it is ridiculous. But Black women have no problem doing ridiculous things like this. They know it's ripping out their edges, and they still continue to put it on every week. And then another point that I forgot when I was talking about the prices and everything, do you know that these hairstyles only last like 3 days max? If you're lucky, a week before it starts looking insane, like crazy, and you have to take it out. Stylists that they go to are talking to them crazy, borderline verbally abusive, and treat them any kind of way. They cancel on you last minute. When you show up, you're waiting hours and hours to actually be served. They're talking to you crazy, literally almost abusing you, and you're still going to them. They still have clientele, because that's how insecure the Black woman is. Like, the math and the correlation, it's not really connecting for me. Someone made a funny joke and they said maybe it's all that glue and all that, you know, that stuff you're applying to your head. It's kind of changing the brain chemicals. I don't know. That was a theory that I heard. I thought it was funny, but there might be some truth behind that, honestly, because it's too many Black women doing this. And none of them see anything wrong with it. Like, it's like drinking water for them. It's completely normal for them. And I'm just looking at you guys like, this is insane. And it has been normalized. My next talking point. I don't think that lace fronts even look good. When you have a Black woman that's wearing her natural hair or a natural looking hairstyle, and you compare it to a Black woman that is doing the opposite, the natural looking Black woman is going to look better every single time. I feel like Black women always look 1,000 times better with their natural hair. Always. And it just makes sense, because God makes no mistakes. It matches our features. We're exotic. And that's another thing that I don't understand with Black women. It's like, we have the power to be different, and yet we're just choosing to be copycats. I don't get that. The only group of people that have kinky, coily hair and dark, rich, melanated skin, and we want to look like everybody else. That will never make sense to me. I think that was the main thing that actually made me go natural, because I noticed how I have an upper hand on everyone because I'm intriguing. You know, when I walk in a room, I'm a breath of fresh air for men. And don't believe when women say online that men don't like natural hair. Those women need to go outside, stop watching colorism content from women, go outside and touch some grass. Any woman who wears her natural hair will tell you that she gets 1,000 compliments from men. Men absolutely eat it up because it's different. They don't see that too often from Black women, and they love it. I forgot to mention that whenever I hear that argument of men don't like natural hair, it's always from women that have never ever worn their natural hair in years. And one day to let it breathe doesn't count. I'm talking about consistently on an average basis. Go do that and then tell me the feedback that you get. But it'd be the main ones that never wear their natural hair talking about men don't like natural hair. How do you even know if you never wear it? So yeah. Anyways, back to the commentary. So I'm just saying, do what you want with that information, honestly. But I'm just saying, when you wear a natural looking hairstyle, you have a one-up advantage on a lot of women. It's rare, it's different, it's unique, and people are intrigued by that. But yeah, I just think that overall, it doesn't look good to me. I get you have the baby hairs to kind of resemble it looking like it's naturally just coming out your scalp, but baby, you're not fooling a single person. That's the crazy part about it. And a lot of these women, they know they're not fooling us and they're still wearing it. So you know you look a hot mess and you're still wearing it. So I have no other result other than the route of it's stemming from self-hate. I don't know what else you want me to say. Because everything that's coming out of my mouth sounds crazy. And then they say stupid things online. Like, they make fun of the girls that wear their natural hair and braids on their birthday and on trips. Like, imagine making fun of somebody for wearing their hair. It doesn't make any type of sense to me. I'm making fun of you because you have a wig on and you're 18 years old. Only grandmas wore wigs back in the day, Buki. You know, and I had made some points on this a while ago and it went really viral online before I had my YouTube channel. Maybe like a year or two ago, maybe even 3 years ago, I came out and I just said, the lace fronts y'all be wearing look crazy in person. That's all I said, basically. And it got like millions of views, hundreds of thousands of comments, because I guess back then, like, nobody really came out and said it. Okay, so I have to butt in again because I forgot to mention that when I would post that online, everyone would agree with me and they would be saying under my comments, they'd be like, oh my gosh, I really wanted to say this, but I was too scared to. I agree with you. I didn't want to get the hate for saying this. You are super honest. And it was a few other like celebrities or whatever that pitched in and agreed and stuff. So once again, a lot of people were admitting that they feel that way, but they're just too scared to say it. So that's why I like to say that I'm like the mother figure that's going to tell you what people are thinking behind your back, but nobody's going to say to your face. I noticed that whenever I give an opinion, people tend to really flock to what I have to say. And I'm starting to even notice that on my YouTube channel. And when I made this account, I kind of just wanted an outlet for me to express myself. And especially because I noticed that whenever I would come online and say something, it would get so much attention. I'm like, okay, let me take this to YouTube so I can really fully dissect. The lady in my comment section had asked me, like, why did you filter the words wigs, lace front, and frontals? Well, I can't answer that with one sentence. I have to make a whole entire YouTube video. So that's another reason why I created my channel. And also, I think channels like mine are kind of a breath of fresh air because there is way too many people on YouTube just pandering, and they'll tell you what you want to hear because they don't want to upset the people that are paying their bills, you know? But like I said, when I made this channel, I didn't have money in my mind. I had, oh, okay, this is an outlet for me to just speak the truth because I'm a very blunt person and I can't stand sugar-coated conversations. Like, I can't. So that's just the little background, a little bit behind my videos on certain topics. I can't stand lace fronts, and I just find it so embarrassing every time I see a Black woman coming online and she's showing the process of her putting it on. To me, it almost feels humiliating because they're not understanding. You're communicating to your audience that you hate yourself. Because look at all that you're going through and the measures you're willing to take just to disguise your hair. And it's not like a one-time thing. It's some women live in lace fronts. They're going through all of those procedures and spending all that money weekly. Forever. Like, it doesn't stop. It's not like, okay, just doing this for my birthday. No, it's just been so normalized, basically. And don't even get me started on the lace front colored wigs. Do I even need to explain further? Less is more, honestly. Whenever I see a woman going extreme, it never looks better. And you can apply that to any situation. You can apply that with plastic surgery, injections, but the women who do it tastefully, they look good. So just try to keep that in mind. But all right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you disagree, explain why you disagree. If you agree, explain why you agree. Or, you can say whatever you want, honestly, but just let's all be grown adults about it. Let's not be immature. All right, I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.